Hey guys, so this is not really like a hair video. It's really more of a vlog because I'm talking. But I know there are so many people who are curious based on like Instagram and Facebook who've been asking me a lot of questions. So I will do like a mini update on where my locks are at this point. I am literally at the 2 week mark of freeforming my locks. So I'll do a little update on my hair at the end of this video. But for the most part, I just wanted to like chill and talk for a second. And there are just a lot of things, a lot of things on the inside. And I guess, where do we start? The reason why the title of this video is Are You Free? Is because of so many things that, is just happening, period, on so many different levels in our community. And if you want to talk about beauty, even though, of course, there are so many other things that are happening in the world today, but I do feel like a part of our identity and culture and esteem, especially of the Black woman, is definitely compromised right now. And it's always been compromised, right? That's nothing new, but it's compromised and it trickles into other things. So I do feel like it's still important to have these kinds of discussions, because the only way we can truly free everyone around us, or the world, if you're like a world saver, is to truly free yourself. It's really freeing ourselves and becoming comfortable with who we are on an individual basis, whether it's having a good sense of self, self-acceptance through beauty, through health, through wellness, through spirituality. All of that matters. So that's why it is important to have these kinds of discussions in a very candid way. And like I said, that's one of my missions, period. I feel like all the things that I kind of go through or transition into, it seems like it always speaks to that acceptance, freedom part. Like that's always in the message. So I've accepted that that is a part of my mission. Someone wanted to, well, a few people actually hit me up on Instagram asking my thoughts on, wanting to know what my thoughts were on the whole federal law being passed, where now it's okay for employers to discriminate against people coming to work with Locs, employees. And I mean, this is nothing new. This is just legalized now, but this has been happening for a while anyway. And I just feel like this. If you are in a workplace and this is an issue, you don't need to be there. It's time for you to realign yourself and respect yourself more, and making sure that work, where you spend the majority of your day in life, that it's something that you're truly happy with. Not necessarily what you do, but even where you are and who you're working with. That matters. So please know that your peace of mind and your right to be comfortable in your workplace, that matters. Okay? You shouldn't have to fight all the time just to be who you are. So I would say take a moment to reevaluate where you are and see if there's any changes that need to be made, because I am so sick and tired of us just trying to convince these people that we're good enough, or that we need to be able to do this, and make sure that we go, I mean, like we're waiting for laws that are going to side with us, when that is not going to happen. The system wasn't created for us to be comfortable, period. From the very genesis of it all. So what do you expect? I mean, this is not a surprise. My thing is, like if a woman who's had locks, who went to work, and all of a sudden they changed the code and she's had her locks for like 10 years. She's supposed to cut her locks off? Probably not. She can't. What is she supposed to like spend like a million years combing them out? Probably not. What is she going to wear? A turban? That's probably not appropriate in a workplace either. Or she's supposed to cut off all of her hair and wear her hair naturally, maybe in an afro or something. No, that's not good enough either. So there is no, they cause these issues, right? They create these issues, but they do not come up with solutions. There is no alternative. It's just, oh, you just can't have locks. Too bad, figure it out. Too bad, so sad. Not knowing that people who have locks, some of them, not all, but to some people, it's more than just a hairstyle. It's a part of their culture, their life, their being, like everything. So they don't understand how detrimental it is to have to choose between your livelihood and your hair. That is a part of you and your body and your being. They just don't get that, and they're not supposed to. Fuck them. Like, I'm at this point right now with everything that's with everything that's going on in the world right now. I'm just like, it's not even about them. It's about us empowering ourselves and each other. Period. It's up to us. It's our responsibility to do that. It's not our responsibility to constantly wave our hands and ask for validation and then get it. Okay, so if we were to get validated by them, then what? What would that solve? So to me, the solutions lie in us empowering each other, whether it be through supporting each other with businesses, complimenting each other, making sure that we're not really tearing each other down unnecessarily. There's so much that we can do, and for ourselves and for our peers. So that's just one thing. That's what I have to say on that. On another note, this whole free-forming journey has been very, very interesting in these past 2 weeks. It's first of all, I have to just say I am so happy that I chose to start all over again and freeform my locks. I don't know what I was thinking, but I was not on the right track. But I'm glad that I'm back, because this process is truly changing my lens on what standard of beauty is. And you get that from how other people treat you, or comments that you get from other people, and reevaluation and reflection of yourself. So it's funny how, and I say that I am doing this is kind of like being on the B side of the cassette tape of the natural hair community. So it's like, yeah, it's on the B side. It's not going to be shown on the album cover. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it feels like, which is cool, because one thing that I notice, natural hair is beautiful. It is empowering, whether it's loose, locked, manicured, whatever. But there are certain surfaces of the community that are celebrated more than others. We all know that. That's no secret. But it's interesting because one thing I could say about freeforming is that it's not a trend. You cannot jump on a bandwagon with freeforming because you have to go through the process. There's no way of skipping your way through freeforming, or else it's not freeforming. So for instance, with loose natural hair, in your process of big chopping, maybe you can wear wigs that look like natural hair. You can wear extensions in the meantime. You can make your hair look like something else in the process of going through your process. You can just do it for style. Maybe you want your curls to look a certain way, so you use a technique, or you use a certain product. You have so many choices on how to kind of get around certain things, certain processes, and shorten certain processes, right? On your journey. Even with manicured locks, there's a way to get around certain things. There's so many ways to start. You can 2-strand twist, you can coil, you can crochet, you can create these instant locks, you can get faux locks, you can get extensions. You can do so many things, right? But when it comes to freeforming, you literally cannot replicate or do anything but let your hair just be. All right, so you can't wear, like, for someone who wants to jump on the bandwagon, right, and they don't want to go through the process, tell me where you can get extensions to make your hair look freeform. You can't. unless you get like the Mekhi Phifer wig from 8 Mile. But they had to freeform that wig. You know what I'm saying? Like, it still had to go through a process. So you can't get any kind of wig or extensions that look freeformed. It's very hard. I don't know. Maybe it's possible, but it's reaching. Okay, so this is a process that you just can't skip. And there's beauty in that. And I am appreciating that. And being on this side is just so liberating. Number one, it's teaching me a lot about myself, a lot with patience, guys, because I'm going through it. You know, I'm at a very, very awkward stage in my 2 weeks of freeforming. Okay, my hair is like, there's nothing I can do to my hair right now to make it change. It is going through what it is going through. Okay, and I'm cool with that. I'm accepting that, you know, and there's beauty in that. But it's so funny how people can like just completely disregard the process and just literally tell you that you're doing it wrong, or you are you look like a homeless person. Somebody told me that my hair looked like shit. I look like a homeless person. It's ugly. And this is like a fellow natural. I had to like read her a little bit on Instagram, but it's not, and some people like don't care. It's not about what other people think. Trust me, I'm beyond that. Like, I don't care I don't care if you like my hair or not. That's not my point. That's not my purpose. It's not my concern. However, it's just still mind-boggling how you can like be in a place where you are doing you are locking your hair, or you are treating your hair in the most organic way that you can possibly go. I don't even know if that made sense. You get what I'm saying. Like, the most organic way, like maintaining it by washing it and leaving it alone. And naturally your hair will lock up. That is what happens. That is the process. There's nothing else to it. And it's like, it's the most looked down, like people look down on this process. They look down on people that's on the in-between of it. You know, I even read somewhere where a locked person basically blamed freeformers for the flack that people with locks are getting. I think someone said it's because of those freeformers, or the people who don't keep their locks neat. Okay, it's their fault as to why America doesn't accept locks, because neat locks are beautiful. Gee, so it's like we're brainwashed to the point where we're just like still in the simulation mode, to the point where, okay, you get to choose to keep your locks neat for whatever reasons, but if it's for a simulation, I'm sorry, bruh or sis, I can't be with you on that. Because what is freedom? Freedom is the ability to do whatever it is that you choose to do, and not trying to conform to another standard. You're creating your own. You're owning whatever it is that is coming out of your heart, out of your mind, out of your soul. You are owning it, and you are living it with no apologies. You know, so because I choose to be unapologetically myself and going through a process that is beautiful, and we can disagree on that. Like, you can think that my hair is a hot mess, or that I look like a person who's dirty. You can think all of the things you want. We can disagree on that. I think it's beautiful. You don't have to think that my hair is beautiful this way and locking. But honey, you gotta respect a person who is able to organically be and accept and move forward in ... in anything. It's not even about hair. There's a certain respect and beauty that comes out of a person who decides, who makes a decision to be free enough to do whatever the hell they want to do. There's beauty in that. So even if it looks a hot mess on the outside, and that person is singing in the rain with their freeform locks, with their afro, you know what I mean, whatever it is, then there's something there. It's I think Shannon Yvette said something like this at one of her events. She said, when a person walks around owning who they are and they're free, it only reminds the people who are not free, it only reminds them of their chains. So seeing another person free pisses off the person that is not free, and that's the person to say the most, always. So I don't want to make this vlog too long, but it's just been very interesting, and I'm very grateful to just be on this journey, man. And it's crazy because some of you guys, I'm taking my hair down as I talk, but some of you guys have been inspired to freeform yourself, and you've tagged me on Instagram, and I followed some of you guys. There was this woman, she tagged me on Instagram, and she said that she was 60. She's 60 years old, and she watched my video and she decided to freeform. And she said she's never felt this free in her entire 60 years. And she started her journey like the same day I started mine. So that is dope. That is amazing. That's what it is about. That's what it's about. It's not even about the look. And that's what I'm learning more and more. You know, that's what I'm learning, because eventually, and I'm not even going to say eventually, okay? It is beautiful in every stage. Just like when you big chop your hair, you have the awkward stages, but those awkward stages are still beautiful. You know, you just got to deal with it, and eventually you'll have this result, the result that you're looking for. You'll get it. You'll get there. You just have to embrace every stage. So I'm learning that hardcore. And right now my hair is sectioned on its own. I did not section my hair. Okay, my hair clumped on its own from my afro, and it's sectioned on its own, so it's like on its way to locking for sure. You can see most of my hair is pretty locked, pretty more advanced in the back. I have a lot of frizz because this is just the stage that I'm in, and that's okay with me. But yeah, my hair, like you can see it's separated, and I'm excited about that. All right, so you go this way, you see my hair is separated, and it's all these little squigglies. That's just my hair texture, well, not my texture, my pattern all clumped up. So my hair is pretty clumped. So this is exciting. Just to see my hair like transform on its own is just amazing. Yeah, so this is where I am. I will not really say much on this video because it's long enough, but I will come back with another video on what I've been doing these past 2 weeks, how my hair has been locking, and what I can really kind of expect in the next 2 months. But it's been beautiful, and I feel beautiful, and I feel amazing. And I've been playing around with different styles and all kinds of things, but it's been amazing and I love it. So check that video out. That'll probably be the next video, like a real hair update, but I just wanted to give you some kind of, you know, download on where I was and kind of just take it out for you to show you. But I'll do a real one. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and let me know what you guys think. I mean, it is what it is. It doesn't have to be that serious, but we make it so serious, so we have to create conversations to say or to put out there to let people know that it's not that serious. Isn't that crazy? Like, it is. We shouldn't be having these kinds of conversations about our natural selves. Like, it should be normal, but it's not, and that's just insane to me. So this is why we have these communities and these conversations and these talks. But hopefully one day we don't have to have these conversations anymore on constantly analyzing and picking apart our beauty and just our beings. You know, it's not even just about beauty, it's about being who you are. And it's just, anyway, I think I said enough. All right, guys, so I'll see you guys later with an update. Bye.